Hello there, this is Cookies. I have turn 64 of LA Erytheia, and let's go ahead and dive into it. We got a nap ending message from Satis, and we had a number of fights this turn. So a couple of magic phase attacks. Oop. Dives on the back, kills, I think, a commander. And there goes the other commander. Okay, so that was a Magister Arcane in the back. We can see if he had any gear. No gear. Alright. In Erebon. Ooh, bunch of belly maws. Looks like we have one or two air elementals. Maybe. Ooh, dies with the gems. Okay. And then, alright, Satis going in on man. We got a Mound King going after some goblins. I don't think it's going to work, but it probably retreated. Yeah, so that was a ping. In the Sinkhole Swamp. Big ol' Satis army against a little bit of PD. We can go ahead and see what's in this, though. Few Reborn. Few Sauromancers. Any gems? The Prophets here. Okay, so this is probably Divine Blessing and Skelly spam. And notably there's a couple of Holy Threes here, so maybe he can split this army at some point. In the Grey Mercs. Let's see, we have a couple of mages from man. Air gems and just an air one. Ooh, but a whole Skelly spam group. If it gets the commanders. Close. Alright. And then we move in on Khemri. Skirmishers, crossbowmen, hoplite formation. Decent amount of PD here. I don't think we need to watch it, though. Yeah, we lose some guys. Then Calum moves in on Patala. Holy moly. All the birds. No mages? No mages. Interesting. No natural storm. I mean, they'll kill this PD, but this is a lot of unsupported birds. Okay. I guess they did have storm, so probably a storm staff. Yep. And some morale gear. Okay. In Dothian, we have a Pan Thug going up against one PD. In the Forbidden Fields, the God of Man. No? Yeah, the God of Man. Ring of Returning, Anti-Magic Ring against a bunch of Ghoul Guardians, so he'll probably get sent home pretty quickly here. And we have Merkala, the Vampire Countess. This is one of the unique vampires that Ulm can get. Bunch of Earthquake, and gets sent home using Life for a Life. Alright, and Pastina. Let's see what we got. We have a golem with a dimensional rod. Pretty cool. Couple of boosters. So Astral 5, 3, 6, 7, 8 pearls. So maybe he's going to try to do... Not sure what he's planning. So I don't think there's enough communion people here for master and slave. So maybe it's just some other stuff. We'll have to see. Oh, this one has death gem, so maybe Rigor Mortis and Wailing Winds. Curious what the golem has. Ooh, Solar Brilliance. Alright. Rigor Mortis. 27 MR. Yeah, so the golem's resisting the Blood Vengeance checks, but they're not happening very frequently. Still has a few pearls. Alright, get sent home. So loses whatever was in the fort, minus the golem, and then kills 6 crossbows and 4 long dead. Ulm goes to attack Warshin. Look at this army. Alright. Not a whole lot inside. There is an Aaron-powered Lich, though, for Winds of Death. And maybe Wailing Winds. Does have a Ring of Returning, but Ulm can do Soulslide Communions, so that's not a guaranteed that you're safe. A bunch of gnomes mixed in, probably to do earth buffs. Ulmish crossbows out in front to skirmish. A couple lines of ghoul guardians, a bunch of Zweihanders, some heavy cavalry on the right flank, storm demons and devils for air control, another line of ghoul guardians in the back to protect the mages, and a few random bears on the left. In terms of mages, I imagine this is an army that can do all the things. Air-empowered vampire, sleepers for leadership, maybe a Power of the Spheres caster, maybe Rigor Mortis, Wailing Winds, Winds of Death. I'm assuming these guys are all communion slaves. Ooh, we have some turn 1 communion slaves. Fancy. 4 of them? 5? Alright. And a few gnomes. Legions of Steel, Strength of Giants, and maybe 1 for, or 2 of them for Weapons of Sharpness, is my guess. Bunch of Fortune Tellers. This is probably your big astral, like Will of the Fates. Probably like an army of Goldcaster. All the things. Fog Warriors, I'm sure. Alright, let's go ahead and see what all they cast. Here comes the Winds of Death from Man. Oh, Marble Warriors. Okay, we're not quite at the 9s yet. But we do have Flaming Arrows, Will of the Fates, Arrow Fend, Mass Flight, Fire Res, Shock Res, Mass Regen. No Anti-Magic, no Divine Blessing yet. Here comes Fog Warriors, though. Alright. Yeah, now we get anti-magic. Alright, I'm assuming these guys are blessed now. They are. Weapons of sharpness. And that's about the end of the battle. Ulm does take some damage from that Winds of Death trap. But has life after death up. But, I mean, solos are going to be significantly worse than Zweihanders and Black Templar. But doesn't really lose anything, it looks like. Losing the gnome kind of hurts, even if it turns into a soulless. Alright. In some ways. I guess it'll be good under Astral Corruption. And then a Battle in Timber. Number of man mages. Going after a Patalo fort. All the phantasms. Bishop. Loses 3 Magisters, though. And then at the Fortress of Swandi, we go ahead and storm. We have a bunch of hoplites and some eagles. Don't feel like watching them try to kill wall people. But yeah, we lose a couple of eagles, which that hurts, but we do get the fort, so that's worth it. A few events. We get a breakthrough at the gate. So this is the Mountain King event. So we can send an army to invade or a diplomat to parley. We get some fertility events. We get a Skull Mentor, which is nice. Our Hecatoride wounds itself. Alright, so what are we doing this turn? We're continuing to... So now that we've secured this fort, we're going to start moving down to the other fort. We need to get a move on. The countdown on the nap has begun. Additionally... Where are you teleporting? 243? Alright, I don't know why you're teleporting up there alone, but you are. Let's see, we're throwing up getting a Hesperide, throwing up a Forest Stone, getting some Eagles, generally trying to get ready, getting another Lich, getting some more Vine Ogres. Continuing to shuffle mages up here to get ready. We're opting for the attack event. That's because we should get a lot of gold and some magic items, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to hold on to this province to really make it worth it from the site. And I think in my mind the site would take a long time to pay off versus the gold, so I'm going to go for the gold. And yeah, so I think that's most of it. Yep, sending the gold that we owe Calum, and we're paying Patala for the rights to this province, so he won't raid it back. And yeah, I think this is definitely kind of a setup turn, so we're kind of gathering up here. Additionally, so while this nap is officially starting to tick down, and we're negotiating, I think pretty quickly we start negotiating over a potential peace deal between Satis and Ulm and Arco and I. However, I'm already thinking about the birds because I see them down here on Batala. And I think they had started making demands from Satis over some of the lands from Man. So I think we were thinking about swapping the coalition to, like, building a coalition to fight the birds rather than continuing through on Satis. So, but yeah, that's a quick summary of the Diplo. But yeah, not a heck of a lot happening this turn. We're still trying to get more siege strength down there. So Call of the Winds. Maybe some terracotta guys soon. Although possibly not yet. Or we've already stopped getting them. Yeah, we're still getting eagles. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. We just want to get our Kalem lands here, and then as soon as we get these Kalem lands, we want to think about starting the coalition on Kalem as well. But this was in the very early stages, and this was already happening, so this was still my priority, so a lot of stuff was moving north. And so, yeah, I think that's it, and I'll see you in turn 65. Have a good one.